Not only can we not step on the same river twice, we also don't meet the same lover or child or colleague or friend twice. Every time we meet them, they, like the river, change. And this is what is liberating. Wisdom sees I am nothing, but love sees I am everything. Between these two, my life flows. Great thoughts from my old friend Siddhartha through his disciple, Jack Kornfield. This piece of, I say, poetry or something like that has been the cornerstone of my belief since the day I've heard about the teachings of Buddha. Of course, if you look at it, halos, they're equivocal, I should say that, equivocal to the teachings of Christ in a way, although mapapansin mo, Buddha lived well before Christ. Some even said that Christ is a Buddhist or something like that. So having said that, parang the cornerstone of the teachings of Buddha that lies on the impermanence of things. Yung cornerstone ng change is the main proposition. Kung papansin mo nga, even in first philosophy, that is the case, change is the one of the first principle, because there is change, there is becoming, there's potency in act, there's substance in accidents, there is the essence in all the categories. So kung papansin mo, change is the cornerstone of metaphysics. Kung titignan mo, that is something that you cannot deny, and therefore you have to accept it as a first principle in a way. There goes the debate again. So since change cannot be denied, it's self-evident, you don't even have to prove it, of course yun yung main battle ni Heraclitus sa ni Parmenides about being and becoming. Kung mapapansin mo, all the philosophical debate lies between the two. That you cannot step on the same river twice is a philosophical statement. Pero from the perspective of Buddhism, it's much more deeper than yung mind games of not being able to step on the same river twice. It's more of the flow of life that in a way, hindi nga lang dalawang bagay yung nag-flow within you, but all the lives of other people flowing, ebbing, intersecting before you. Those are the things that make life really worthwhile. Papansin mo that all the intersections in life comes from that becoming, flowing. And for me, that's one of the tenets that I really believe. Nothing is permanent. Even if you're in the thick of battle, even if you're in the thick of that karmic repayment of sorts, na tipong you did something bad, and that of course there's the law of karma, and you're going to pay for that. And while you're paying, you keep on remembering that, hey, alright, I'm just paying this, and this is not something that's permanent, and it's just flowing like a river, and it's going to be over soon. Yung COVID-19, ganun din, di ba? Laging doon ang sentro ng message natin ngayon, that whatever is happening in the world today, it's not going to be permanent. It's going to end so soon. End soon enough, and we're going to be back on our feet again, and we're going to be okay again. So ganun lang. On the other hand, even if you're happy, you've made a killing in the stock market, you're on top of the world, you just close a deal, a multi-million deal. That's also something that's, impermanent. And soon you're going to go back to the wheel of life. You go down again and then you go up again, and nothing is permanent. I would look at it not as a wheel but a sort of a becoming, na in the end yung tinatawag sa philosophy na potency and act. Yung act kasi is the fulfillment of the potency, and motion as a sort of change is a movement, the movement from potency to act as it is in potency. So habang nasa potency siya papuntang act, yun yung motion na tinatawag. And even in the Summa of Thomas Aquinas, inalign niya yan sa causality, and then siyempre yung first cause uncause, si God, and then yung first unmoved mover, si God. So may pinsan even yung change, even yung becoming, even yung being, o yung tinatawag niya na actus purus, parang pure act. Walang pwedeng mag-claim nung pure act kundi yung being whose essence and existence is equal or the same. Mahirap intindihin to, but pure act, sa mathematics nga parang lumalabas yung pure act parang non-existent, parang it's just an abstraction of positive infinity. Yan ang mga sinasabi ni Bertrand Russell, kaya nga hindi siya naniniwala doon sa ni St. Thomas Aquinas. Pero doon sa real score, balik na tayo sa reality. Ang ibig sabihin lang nun, lahat na nangyayari sa paligid natin, hindi yan permanent. No? Lahat, maganda, pangit, lahat yan hindi permanent. So even if you are on top of the world, maganda position mo, maganda yung sa buhay, huwag mo kakalimutan na tao ka lang. Hindi habang buhay ay buhay ka, hindi habang buhay ay okay ka. So always look at that and you'll never go wrong, no? Tapos laging mababalikan yung mga taong nagtumulong sa iyo, o kaya mga taong talaga mas nangangailangan, no? And you will never go wrong. Life is a series of becoming, and you are always drawn on this present moment and that present moment, and so on, until you are lost in the pure act of things. In that, sabi nga ni Heidegger, hindi daw dapat i-consider na God or heaven is a sort of resting, na hindi ka na mag-i-improve. If that is heaven, I'm putting words in the mouth of Heidegger. If that is heaven, then that is some boring shit or something like that. Kasi parang walang improvement. Nakatingin ka lang kay God or something like that. So I don't really believe that if there is such a thing as that, then that's how it's going to be. I view heaven as a sort of interaction, interaction of mind, continuing to understand the reality of life. And even if you look at a certain flower, of a certain bee or certain grass, it would take you years and years just to understand how life moves within that grass and without that grass, parang within and without that grass. In a physical plane pa lang, di lalo na sa spiritual plane. Understanding a human person, a human being, would take you infinite years. Di lalo na kung there are millions and billions of people to interact with. So I would believe that that's the kind of heaven that an intellectual being deserves. Why did I say deserve? Basta yun lang. That's the essence of today's talk. I hope that you're okay, and that whatever you're going through right now, kung positive, tandaan natin, keep your feet on the ground. Nothing is permanent. Kung negative, keep your feet on the ground. Nothing is permanent. Peace out. Both is.